Okay, so we're here with Pat Greenwood. And now tell us a little bit about what is your official role here at South Alabama?
That's a long story. But no, I'm Director of Multimedia here at the University of South Alabama. Among my duties, I'm the color guy for football radio broadcasts. I'm also the backup play-by-play guy for basketball and for baseball. I do Joey's TV show on Sundays. But my main job is we created and now continuing JagNationTV.com, which is a website that has not only edited content of every South Alabama sport, but now we are streaming every volleyball, soccer, baseball, basketball, softball game free on JagNationTV.com. So if you can't make a game for whatever reason, you log on to JagNationTV.com when we're playing, pop it up. It's HD quality. It's ESPN3 quality. So very exciting. So that's in a nutshell what I do.
That's really cool. Now, people in this area, they're usually affiliated.
Mm-hmm.
They have their allegiance to Auburn or Alabama. But now with South Alabama's football program, you're starting to see people add allegiances.
Absolutely. It's a growing fan base. Obviously, we've had athletics since 1963, but we just hadn't had football, and football makes a difference. And so we've had basketball and baseball and softball fans for South Alabama, but now all of a sudden you've got that football aspect. And what we've noticed is that people will, they're long-seated Alabama fans or long-seated Auburn fans, which is great. We have no issues with that. But what we figured out that they can do, or what they figured out that they can do, is come to tailgate, watch the Alabama game from the tailgate, and then come watch South Alabama play in person. And really, as their graduating classes continue with football, that fan base is a young fan base. It's growing, and I like to use my son as an example. He's 13 years old, and he is South Alabama football tried and true because he had that option as a youngster, and he is now choosing South Alabama, and he likes Alabama, and he likes Auburn, but South is his team. And so I think we'll see that fan base grow exponentially as these young kids get older.
Tell us a little bit about the game day experience at Lab Stadium.
It's growing, and it's a lot of fun. There's tailgating, obviously, as you can imagine. We try to get those kickoff times at 6 or 6:30 to give people a lot of chances to tailgate. We actually have a fan fest every game that has free food, free music, and just a place, again, for people to come in and congregate and talk about Jags football. And the east side of the stands for South Alabama, the east side parking lot, is full of tents and tailgates and everything you can imagine. It's that college game day atmosphere, no doubt.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about the excitement after that big Mississippi State win.
When it happened in Starkville, it's funny. It was a 17-0 game at halftime. They score the field goal, so it's 20-7. We score a touchdown, 20-14. But it was about midway through the fourth, maybe 5 or 6 minutes left, when we forced them to punt. And I looked at JD, my radio partner, who is our play-by-play guy. So wait a second, we've got a shot here. And, of course, sure enough, we drive down the field, score the touchdown, leave a minute on the clock. They drive back down, miss the field goal. But it was a tremendous excitement for us in the radio booth just to be part of that, because we knew we'd been close against Tennessee before. We had played North Carolina State very well before. But you wanted that win over the Power 5 team. And to make it a win over a Power 5 that happens to be in the SEC was that much better, because there was so much attention focused on week one, and we were one of the first upsets of the year. And in fact, that day, South Alabama was trending number one on Twitter nationwide. And that's mind-boggling that all of a sudden people are starting to talk about South Alabama all around the world because we won this football game against Mississippi State. But I was able to go down on the field and get some video of the players hugging and celebrating. And while we're doing post-game, you can hear in the locker room the celebration going on. So it was a neat event and good for South Alabama, because we needed that signature win, something for people to talk about. And now the challenge is to build on that signature win.
Well, anything you want to tell to people that are still on the fence and they're thinking about coming out to Lab for a game?
Hey, look, you've got an opportunity to get season tickets for $60, which is insane. So the prices are great. Bring your family and come check it out, because I'll tell you, one of the things that struck me the very first game back in 2009, I wasn't sure what the competition was going to be in terms of how we would look on the field. The first thing that struck me was the Jaguar marching band, because I was used to covering high school football, and I figured we'd be somewhere between high school and college, and I'd covered Alabama, I'd covered Auburn, covered Florida State, LSU. And when the Jaguar Marching Band back in 2009 struck that first chord, I went, wow, this is a big-time program. The marching band is tremendous. The cheerleaders are great. The football, obviously, is great. So if you're on the fence about coming, just come check it out. And I'm telling you, you're going to have a good time, because it's not just the game itself. There's the tailgating. There's everything that goes around it. And it's a good place to bring your family, have a good time on a Saturday afternoon. And we want you to come out and support the Jags.